Hello, Matt here from Evil Bear. I'm going to show you some bits that I use. I'm going to have some examples of them in use. So, brushes. You don't have to spend a fortune on brushes. This one here, fantastic little brush. Available in the UK from a place called Poundland. So this is all these are UK products. Poundland, makeup brush, awesome for doing dry brushing, and for just kind of highlighting without thinking about it. We've got these are from Boots. They've always cost about £1, so I'll take one out. These are Q-tips, and they're quite squishy on the end, but they're quite firm inside, and then this one's just firm throughout. Good for doing all sorts like cleaning up, or if you want to put some powders on, or sometimes you just want to highlight edges. Nice and simple. Pièce de resistance is these from a place called The Range. All these brushes were £4, and they are my staple brush. I bought about 4 or 5 packs of them at a time. They last about 2 months on average with my painting. Some of them last even longer. The ones I use the most, probably at this one here, and then also this down here, and then a few in the middle. They're very, I'll open them up, in fact. So, it says just therange.co.uk. Might be able to get them online. So, when you get them, they're very firm. So you put them in a bit of water, and then so you can see the ends kind of stuck like that on all these. Put in a bit of water, and the glue they use to give them the shape kind of just comes free and has no effect in the painting whatsoever. They keep their shape pretty well. For the money, what, £4? For all that, 10 brushes. You don't mind, do you, if you lose a brush at 40p each? So, another brush from Poundland, well, it's actually 2, is these here. Now, I use this one here for lining stuff if I want to use some ink. And this one here is kind of a do-it-all brush. Lots of glue goes on it. And I've had these ones for a month. They actually last months. It's ridiculous how long they last. I use them for glue to begin with, to put on bases when they've got a good shape, like so. And then they're getting a bit worn out over time. And then they end up just doing the dry brushing on the bases, or dry brushing on large models, or just putting a big coat of paint on or wash on something. Really, really good. For £1, again. Ignore that brush. Just for this one brush alone, worth every penny. We always struggle with whites, myself included. This Poundland again. It's £1. It's pretty good. Yeah. Now it's not perfect, but then it's £1. Sorry, I should have done that on the camera. Yeah. Oop. £1, and I'll just put this on my other hand. As you can see, it's not got a bad coverage overall. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's a really good white. I use it for a bit of dry brushing sometimes. Kitchen roll, can't go without kitchen roll, but you probably know that already. So just turn it off. Ta-da! Right, so again, it's a water-based paint. It's an acrylic. Poundland, white. Yeah, really good. So it's not gonna, it hasn't got great coverage. It's a bit thin, so it's gonna be like a billion thin coats. But what do you expect for £1? But if you want to do a bit of like edge highlighting or something like that, you can work with it for quite a while as well. So if you mix it with other paints, That's another good thing. You don't want to be wasting your really good whites on mixing paints, do you? So a bit of this, brilliant. Okay, we all know this stuff. 3 sponges that come with some models and whatnot, and in packaging sometimes. It's brilliant for stuff, but not always that easy to get hold of anymore because less lead models. So back to Poundland. Sponges. These ones here, really good. If you rip them, you suddenly got something that's it's very usable. So yeah, awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another video at some point. I'm going to take each product separately and I'm going to go through how I use it. Another little product from Cheap Shop. Palettes, really good for mixing your colours in. Right, sculpting tools. They're good for all sorts. So if you want to clean your model up, or if you've got like a little bit in your model you can't get to get rid of a bit of a burr that your normal files can't use and stuff like that, that's your job. No, I haven't pulled it out yet, but there's some, I haven't actually got it in the box. Oh dear, I thought I was organised. Lighter. What do you need a lighter? I use Revel plastic glue. It has a little thin tube, metal tube that gets clogged up now and then. Just run it up and down for a little bit. Preferably outside because it gives a bit of a poof and some black soot comes up. You don't really want that hanging around your house. So maybe do it outside if you can. But that clears the tube just like that. And there are other methods which take longer, but when I go through that the video on just the Revel glue, I'll cover all of that. Super glue, an activator. Now, I get this. This is in the UK available from Screwfix. You get this big tube of glue, and it's a good old size. Look at that. And so actually, you can just say, oh, it's big, but it's so much, isn't it? So it's 50 grams. So it's more than you normally get in super glue. And with it, you get this nice big tin of activator. Now, you know the activator costs sometimes up to about £8. These two together was £5.99. It's just gone up to £6.99. So it's gone up by £1 last week. But £6.99 for that. And you know what? Even if you just stop using this and just use your normal super glue and just buy it for this activator, I mean, come on, 200 millilitres of activator for £7 effectively. You can't go wrong, can you? So you're thinking, why am I only on the super glue? Well, I was going to show you something. I've got a model here that is broken, right? So we all know what it's like trying to fix models and glue stuff. I've actually not even tried it on this one, so I'm gonna put a bit. It's just got knocked off the table because I've got kids. My daughter likes to visit my table occasionally and drop things and then put it back on the table to pretend that nothing ever happened. Right, I guess that's what happens anyway. I've never witnessed it. Just magically things end up on my table broken. Right, okay, so just gonna, oh, sorry. So I put a bit of glue in the hole. Just gonna wiggle that around a bit so I got a bit of glue on this. So it doesn't dry instantly, as you can see, which is good. So I'm just gonna put that in a position. I have no idea what it was in before. So super glue. You see it's still moving around a bit. And then and there we are, done. Look at that, happy days. So there you are. There's some of the products that I use. I'm going to do a video on each of the products in turn over time. So please come back for that. Please follow. If we get enough followers, we get to 50 followers, I can start doing some live streams where we can do some sort of like, we can do some modelling. and watch how I put some kits together and some of my strange ways of doing things quickly, like painting. Anyway, all good. Have a good time, and I will see you again. Thank you very much.